Okay, let's try again. This is take two. My internet, I kept popping in and out, so I just restarted it and put my phone on a different internet router that we have here in the house. So hopefully that will make me solid all the way through. I was saying how awesome it is that we've got to double figures, that we are now 10 days into our 14-day challenge, which is amazing and magic. So many challenges only go for a week, whereas this one's going for 2 weeks. So those of you who stuck around, and I think pretty much all of you have, it's great. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that you should now have a folder that's starting to fill up. Welcome back. You should have a folder that's starting to fill up on your computer, full of all this marketing collateral. So good on you, that's awesome. People in big business who have big marketing budgets and big marketing campaigns, they don't just go like, we tend to be responsive as small business owners without, all of this other stuff around us, because we don't plan, we don't treat our business the way the big marketing people do, or the big businesses do with marketing budgets and stuff. But we can actually run our businesses like them. We can learn from them. So, they spend time planning. They know what's coming up in the next 3-4 months, if not a year or 2 years. They have goals that they set, including how they're going to market, what they're going to market, how it's going to work. And when they know that, they can then go and create this marketing collateral, these images and blog posts and videos and all of that. They can get all of that done weeks, if not months ahead of time, and put it in a spot and say, okay, this particular campaign's going to run out, we're going to run it at a certain time, and then they just unfold it all. And right now, what you're doing is you're creating an ability for you to do that. Hi, Frankie and Gavin and Thomas. Yes, I did go offline, but I should be back now. Excellent. So I'm just reading comment. Yeah, so it should be good now. I've changed to a different router. Yeah, so you doing this now means that you're actually starting to play a little bigger, if that makes sense. So instead of just being reactive and not doing things with purpose, you're actually starting to think ahead. And then if the content that you've created is evergreen, it means the things that you've done in the last 10 days and the next 4 days, you'll be able to reuse over and over again. It's sort of like a Christmas gift, if you like, that I'm giving to you. You're learning to do this, because then you can just keep doing it. It's a rinse and repeat until you have a whole lot of collateral marketing stuff in your marketing bank, whatever you want to call it. So well done. It's awesome. I would love to start seeing some of your images, some of your quotes, some of your memes. If anyone's had a go at creating an infographic, I'd love to see that. And of course, videos and audios, I'd really like to see those. So anyone's brave enough to jump up and get a couple of those created, that would be awesome. Come and share. And as I think I've mentioned before, we're a community. The more we can share each other's things and comment over on the blog post, the better. So if you're here, I'd love a thumbs up if you're hearing me and that's coming across well. It's just you get a bit nervous once your internet starts going funny that you're not hearing everything that I'm saying, but hopefully you are. The other thing I wanted to mention was that Heidi had asked me a question about Pablo, which is the image editing software that's attached to Buffer. Now, I haven't had a lot to do with it. I just went in and had a play with it a couple of weeks ago. It's quite new. It's only been, I think they've only had it there for a couple of months, if that. Simon, my husband, tells me it's actually quite good. It's quite fun. The bit where, when I looked at it, doesn't have anywhere near as many things that you can do like Canva. But if it works for you, then it's fine. It's a tool. Go and have a play with it. If you find it easier to use than Canva, then good, use it. That's what you need. So there you go. Another image editing piece of software is sitting inside Buffer. It's a little bit like Canva, but without as many resources, things that you can do. But maybe you don't need all the bells and whistles anyway. So go give that a go. All right, so I hope you're all out creating content. Does anyone have any questions of the few people that are on? Do you have any questions about the content creating and you're not sure what to do, how to use particular things, what to do once you've created the content? Sometimes that we go, oh, okay, I've created all these images, now what do I do? Well, one of the things you can do is go to Buffer and put it in there, include a link to your blog post, write a snazzy little comment so that that goes out with your image or your video or whatever it is you're sending out. And then, yeah, and start building up your buffers too. So start building up and scheduling those posts so that they go out periodically over the next week or 2 weeks or even month if you wanted to get real clever. Okay, Gavin, can we post images and videos, etc., into the group so it's easy to see others? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that would be great if you could, because then we can all, have a look at them and leave comments and that kind of stuff. I would appreciate it if you would do that. So the answer is yes, you can. Thanks for asking the question. Any other questions? I'm trying to avoid this. It's been raining here all morning and really cloudy, and then the moment I started to do the video, the sun came out through the clouds and it gets really bright, so I've had to move the curtain across so that you can actually see me, otherwise I just become a big white glow with the sun. Not to mention I'm squinting. All right, any other questions? Because I have a bunch of content I need to go and do today and a bunch of images to create, and I thought I'd do maybe a video or two to show you that it's possible. It's not just what I say. You can also go and do it. All right, if there are no more questions, this can be a nice short live video. The best way to get a new Facebook page to get traction? That's a very good question. So you can be your Facebook page. You can't do that on your mobile phone, but you can do it on the desktop or on your laptop in a browser. You can actually go to other pages which are similar and have a similar ethos to you, and you can be part of that community. So that's one way to, go and be helpful. Go and say things, answer questions, put up questions, all that kind of stuff, where you're being your page, because then people go, oh, that's really cool, what he said was awesome, and they'll click on it and then they'll end up over on your page. The quickest way, though, is actually to do some promoted post kind of things where you can target your market. But then you're paying for it, but sometimes if you want things to move more quickly, you actually have to pay for it. The other little boost that you can do is whenever you're setting up a page like that, you can go, is it share to family and friends? So everybody who is your family and friend in Facebook will instantly get a thing to say, come and like my new page. So often that initial uplift of likes on a page comes from family and friends, and that sort of gets it started. Depending on where you want to go and how fast you want to move, the paid advertising, so boosting and going into the advertising part of Facebook, and or the next thing you can do, which is obviously slower, is to go be part of the community as the page so that people see the page. So they're the main things, and obviously all the other things, they will all take time, but things like putting it in your signature in emails, making sure it's everywhere that you post things, so that it's in your about part so that people know that there are other places that they can go to connect with you. Obviously it's on your website, all the other bits and pieces that you normally sort of hang out in, maybe in LinkedIn, in your about section. So it's all that sprinkling it around, but there's no really fast way apart from getting family and friends and advertising. So it's sort of a slow progression there, and reminding people then everywhere, just sprinkling it over everywhere that you are online. So I hope that helps. Thumbs up if that's given you at least some thoughts. There's no magic bullet, I'm afraid, for growing your Facebook page very quickly. Plus, you don't want to buy, you know how you can buy Facebook likes? If you're not getting, if you're not getting some reaction from people, engagement, then it's kind of a hollow thing that there's no. So you only really want to target people who are actually interested in what you're saying, what you're doing. Don't bother buying likes and things like that. It doesn't actually help, and in the end it can hurt you, because Facebook's algorithm looks at how people are engaging with you, and if you've got a whole bag full of people that have no interest in what you're saying or doing because they were bought likes, then it actually drops you in the algorithm, so you won't get as much exposure from Facebook. So yeah, it's worth doing it properly, with people who already know, like, and trust you, and all the other things that I talked about, than to actually go and pay for likes, because in the end it'll actually hurt you. So there you go. Hopefully that's helped. Any more questions, or we can call it quits and you can go and make some more stuff. Fill up your marketing collateral folder that's sitting on your computer right now, getting lots of awesome things in it. Oh, and all the videos, I should say, I managed to get all the videos all uploaded. I might have said that yesterday. I'm not sure. Anyway, they're all actually on the page now, so I did that yesterday. So you can go and have a look at the videos for the different kinds of content, which might give you some more questions you want to ask me as well. All right. Take care. Thank you for being here, and congratulations. You're all knocking it out of the park at the moment, which is great. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the images that you come up with, and some of the video, if anybody does that, and a little bit of audio. That would be pretty cool. Oh, how often to post the same meme? That would depend on your audience, but I guess if your Facebook page isn't being filled up with lots of other things, I would be trying to fill up my Facebook page with lots of other things, even if it's comments on what other people are doing. So you can use, I can put it up for you. I'll put a link in this comment. I have done a video to show you how to use other people's content to fill up your feed, which is a really good idea. Plus, it makes you look like you're over everything in the industry. But that sprinkled amongst your memes and your quotes and your images and things is a really good idea. So that, especially, I was thinking for you, Gavin, because your page is new, it may not have much stuff on it. And when people come to like your page, if all they see is the same meme over and over again, that's probably not such a good idea. So think finding other ways to put things in, and buffer combined with, and this video that I'll put up, that I'll show you, actually shows you how to use buffer to use other people's content. So that will help in that respect. But when it comes to how often, well, again, it depends. It's another how long is a piece of string kind of question. Because technically, if you had lots of people liking your Facebook page already, not very many of them will see it the first time you put up. They might see it the second or third time. So that's one thing to consider. But I would say, once a week, something like that. That doesn't seem too much, especially if you're putting other content in and around it, and it's not the only thing on there. You should probably be posting to your Facebook page 2 to 3 times a day. And if you're using buffer, and if you use content from other people, then it suddenly doesn't seem like such a big deal. It's quite an easy thing to do, to fill up a feed over a day using those, 2 to 3 times a day, easily using those services. Anyway, the video that I put up will at least show you how to do that using other people's content too. All right. Okay, hopefully that's helped. Great questions. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate it. Go get to it. Get to work. And I will see you tomorrow here, same time. All right. Take care. Thanks for being here. Bye.